So, again, with Zack, it leads... It gives credence to my whole, this is an alternate reality, and that they're just adding to the story scenario, right? And as far as Yuffie, with the setup with Yuffie and Sonnen, they set it up like Sonnen's going to be coming back. Like, they're going to be incorporating, what was it? Fucking Crisis Core and, the other one, Dirge of Cerberus into this. I don't think I've ever been this excited for a video game. Like, ever. You have no idea the intense emotions roiling around in me right now because of this. And we have 11 days. 11 days! Because I want to be playing it on the 23rd. We have 11 days to get from where we are in OG to the City of the Ancients. Which means I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding outside of stream for that. Blaze intensifies. Yes! Whisper, this is one of my all-time favorite games. Final Fantasy VII is a game I grew up on. It is a game I played relentlessly while I was growing up on the original PlayStation. I've played other versions of it. But to see something like this, remade like this? Oh man, I'm here for the story. I am so here for this energy. What they have done is they've taken the OG game, they've updated it with today's graphics, today's game mechanics, and all of that shit, but they kept the core of the story, and they've improved on it. This is what storytelling is supposed to be. And I will forever be a fan of this because of this. At least, first part and intermission. We're gonna find out what Rebirth is like. And I'm hoping... You've never played Final Fantasy VII, but you get it? I'm hoping they kept this level of energy through Rebirth and the third chapter, whatever the hell that's called, because I don't think they even have a name for it yet. I'm not a fan of them having it PlayStation exclusive for 1 year, because that puts the rest of us on the out and out, right? It means I have to go buy an entirely new system for the game. I've turned into a PC gamer in the years that have intervened since I played the OG game originally. I don't want to have to go out and buy a new system for it. I want to be able to play it on release day, like everyone else. But I have to wait a year for it. I want to be able to play it on the release day. I'm not a fan of the 1 year, but I'll deal with it. Because I can't wait to see what they've done with this. I can't wait to see how they've built on it. I can't wait to see that, scaffolding, that intense story building that they seem to actually understand that we want. The purists can say whatever the fuck they want about the remake. They can say it's destroyed the game, that it's destroyed the story. Fuck the purists. We're here for the story. We're here for the adventure. We're here for the journeys. Better not be 2030 on PS6. Might be bugging you for a Christmas present in 2030 then. But, it is what it is. I have so many strong feelings about this. Ah! What a masterpiece. Emotions intensify. You get attached to the characters. They're your best friends for, however long you're playing. And, the main game was, 40 hours, give or take? And the DLC intermission was roughly about 6, maybe 6.5 at most. So that's that's 46 and a half hours, give or take, that we barreled through since the end of December. The end of December 2024. You get so emotionally invested in these storylines and in the little tidbits that they throw in for you, and the callbacks to the original game, the fan service, and then there's the soundtrack. And if you guys know anything about me, anything about my storytelling, anything about my content creation at all, the music is going to make or break it for me. It's the audio scores that get me. The audio can tap into levels of emotion that we just can't as, you know, vocal storytellers. And I can't wait to see where they go with this. Like, I know what the original game was. I know the basic storyline for the original game. I know kind of how things go for the most part. We're going to get to see the planet in such splendor, such magnificent detail, like we've never seen it before. You guys saw the cutscenes at the end. We're going to get to see that moving forward, and I can't wait. I'm excited for the journey that's coming. Now comes the hard part. We move back to OG with our, you know, two-dimensional graphics. And we move forward and match for Rebirth. But I will be looking forward to the 23rd so much. I don't know. I'm going to gush over this for a while. And then afterwards, I want to come back and do a completionist thing. I want to come back and get the achievements. I want to come back and get the items that we missed. I want to come back and I want to explore things. So we might be doing Final Fantasy VII Remake exploration long after we finished Rebirth. I don't know. Big ideas. And I'm happy you guys are along for the journey. If I get, then in 2040 a PS8 Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? Right? I can honestly, so I'm not one to put video games on my shelf, right? You guys know me, I'm mostly vampire media, books, movies, that sort of thing. Bacon sign is still up. That's great. I have a physical copy of the remake. Like, I have an actual physical copy of it. Disc is in the PS4 right now, but like, it's the only game I physically own for the PS4. Why not just keep the disc there, right? But this, I could see getting Rebirth as physical media and finding a place of honor for these. This is my childhood, guys. Like, fuck. Sorry. I know I'm, like, overly emotional and just gushing right now, but this is just how she is. Anyways, if you guys will give me a sec, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to plug in my PS4 controller, because that desperately needs to be charged. I'm going to put my secondary one over here. Thank God I have the secondary one. I think we're going to rock back into OG for just a little bit. I have some other things I want to do today, but I do want to continue on with OG Final Fantasy VII. So if you guys will give me a sec, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hook my Switch back up, because we are playing on the Switch. Which means I have Final Fantasy VII on the go, which means if I have classes that end early, or if I decide I want to go out and about, I can take the Switch with me, and I can do my grinding on the go now. I don't have to be at home anymore, which is the way it was when I was a kid, right? So I'm going to have to do so much grinding, but I think it's going to be worth it for the story. I'm hoping anyways. That's kind of the idea. Let me open up my 4K. And we're going to get back into the classic here. Eventually, these videos will also be up on YouTube. I've actually started uploading them to YouTube and whatnot, and they're going to start to release either... Let's see, I know part 1, 2, and 3 of OG was released over the last few weeks. The remake, I'm releasing daily. So you will get a new installment. You'll be able to go back and watch me replay it. You'll be able to go back and watch the story and watch us chat daily up on the YouTube. So give me 1 second while I get things up and running.